If you have ever felt that thick, cotton wool sensation behind your eyes, that heaviness where thoughts move like molasses and motivation feels impossible to summon, you know that brain fog is not just being tired. It is a state of disconnection. It is a feeling of being trapped inside a head that refuses to cooperate with the world. Modern medicine calls this mild cognitive impairment, or attributes it to fatigue, stress, or diet. But 80 years ago, Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, looked at the human body with X-ray vision and saw something else entirely. He saw that the clarity of the mind was entirely dependent on the circulation of the body, and specifically, he identified a physical choke point where the flow of life force gets strangled before it ever reaches the brain. That choke point is your neck. We tend to think of the neck as simply a pedestal for the head, a stack of bones that lets us look left and right. But in the Cayce readings, and indeed in ancient mystical physiology, the neck is the isthmus. It is the narrow, critical bridge connecting the physical body, the earth, the digestive fires, the reproductive engines, with the spiritual centers of the head, the pineal, the pituitary, the seat of consciousness. When this bridge is blocked, when the vertebrae are compressed by poor posture or the muscles are armored by chronic fear, the brain literally starves. It starves for blood, it starves for oxygen, and it starves for the cerebrospinal fluid that washes away metabolic waste. The result is what you call brain fog. The lights are on, but the voltage is too low. Today, we are going to learn a specific, deceptively simple movement, a 30-second reset that physically and energetically unclogs this bridge. But to understand why this move is so powerful and why it can clear your mind almost instantly, we have to go deeper than just stretching. We have to understand the spiritual anatomy of the neck. Cayce often spoke of the will. He located the seat of the human will in the thyroid center, the throat chakra. When we are living in alignment with our purpose, this center is open and radiant. But when we are stubborn, fearful, or trying to force outcomes, we physically tighten the neck. We become a stiff-necked people. This tension locks the atlas and axis vertebrae, the very top of the spine, into a rigid position. This rigidity impinges the vagus nerve and the vertebral arteries, literally cutting off the supply lines to your higher consciousness. So the protocol we are about to learn is not just physiotherapy, it is a ritual of surrender. It is a mechanical way to tell your body, I am safe, I am open, let the flow return. Let us prepare for the atlas decompression. This movement is subtle. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but from the inside, it feels like opening a floodgate. You can do this sitting in your chair right now. I want you to sit with your feet flat on the ground.
We ground the feet because we are about to work on the head, and we need a polarized connection. Place your hands on your thighs. Now, become aware of your current posture. If you are like most modern humans, your chin is jutting forward, reaching toward a screen. This forward head posture adds up to 60 pounds of pressure on your cervical spine. It crushes the discs and creates a panic signal in the nervous system. We are going to reverse this. The move is called the chin tuck, or the retraction. I want you to place 2 fingers on your chin as a guide. Now, without tilting your head down or looking up, I want you to slide your entire head straight backward, as if you are trying to make a double chin. Imagine your head is a drawer sliding back into a cabinet. Do it slowly. Pull back until you stop. You will feel a profound, strange stretch at the very base of your skull, right where the neck meets the head. That is the suboccipital triangle. That is where the blockage lives. Hold this retracted position. Do not hold your breath. In fact, breathing here is the secret. While holding this double chin position, I want you to inhale deeply through your nose, imagining the air traveling not into your lungs, but straight up your spine into the center of your brain. Hold the breath for a count of 3. Then exhale, but keep the chin tucked. Do not let the head slide forward yet. We are going to hold this posture for 30 seconds. As you hold this, realize what is happening biologically. You are physically lengthening the nuchal ligament. You are opening the space between the atlas, C1, and the axis, C2. These vertebrae surround the brainstem. By decompressing them, you are taking the pressure off the medulla oblongata, the primitive brain. You are signaling to your autonomic nervous system that the threat is over. You might feel a flush of heat in your face. You might feel a tingling in your scalp. You might even feel your vision sharpen. This is not magic. It is blood flow. It is the kink in the hose being straightened out. Now, while maintaining this tuck, we are going to add a micro movement to clear the sides of the neck, the pathway of the jugular veins, which drain the toxins from the brain. Keep the chin tucked back. Slowly, very slowly, tilt your right ear toward your right shoulder. Do not turn your head, just tilt. Go only as far as is comfortable. You will feel a stretch running down the left side of your neck, from the ear to the collarbone. Breathe into that stretch. Imagine the fog, the gray, stagnant energy, draining out of your brain, down through the neck, and being washed away by the heart. Bring the head back to center, keeping the chin tucked. Now tilt the left ear to the left shoulder. Breathe. Return to center, and finally, release the tuck. Let your head float back to its natural position. Notice the sensation. Do you feel that lightness?
That sense that your head is suddenly floating on top of your spine rather than gripping on for dear life, that is the sensation of an open bridge. Cayce taught that circulation is the key. He didn't just mean pumping blood, he meant the circulation of the life force. When the neck is clear, the creative forces can move from the lead center.
Cannot cure the body while the mind insists on the disease. As you do the chin tuck, as you feel that release at the base of the skull, practice a mental act of surrender. Say internally, "Not my will, but thine be done." Or if that language doesn't resonate, simply say, "I release the need to control. I am willing to see clearly." You are aligning the physical act of release with the mental act of release. This is what makes it a bio-spiritual exercise. There is another aspect to this protocol that involves the eyes. The eyes and the suboccipital muscles at the base of the skull are neurologically linked. Try this experiment. Put your hands on the back of your neck, right at the base of the skull. Now, without moving your head, look hard to the right with just your eyes. You will feel the muscles under your hands twitch.
The strain of our eyes, staring at screens, locked in a narrow focal range, locks up the neck. To truly clear brain fog, we must release the eyes to release the neck. While you are doing your chin tuck, I want you to soften your gaze. Instead of focusing on a sharp point, let your vision become peripheral. Engage what is called panoramic vision. See the walls, the ceiling, the floor, all at once without moving your eyes. This signals the parasympathetic nervous system to engage. It tells the brain, we are not hunting, and we are not being hunted. The combination of the chin tuck and panoramic vision is a master key for instant relaxation. Let's integrate this into your daily life. You do not need a yoga mat or a gym. You need to become a ninja of the neck. When you are sitting at a red light, do a chin tuck. When you are waiting for a kettle to boil, do a chin tuck. When you hit send on a stressful email, do a chin tuck. Every time you do this, you are interrupting the pattern of stress. You are stopping the snowball of brain fog before it becomes an avalanche. You are reclaiming your sovereignty. Remember, the body is the temple. Cayce insisted on this. A temple is a place where the divine can dwell. If the hallway to the sanctuary, your neck, is cluttered with debris and tension, the light cannot enter the Holy of Holies, your mind. You have the power to clear the hallway. It does not require expensive supplements or radical lifestyle changes. It requires attention. It requires the humility to realize that you have been holding yourself in a state of defense and the courage to let that defense drop. So, the next time the fog rolls in, do not reach for the caffeine. Do not judge yourself for being lazy or stupid. Stop. Sit tall. Slide the drawer back. Open the back of the neck. Breathe into the brain. Tilt the head gently. And watch how quickly the weather changes inside your mind. The sun is always there. It's just waiting for the clouds to move. We have created a simple visual guide for this movement, showing the exact angles and the anatomy of the atlas vertebrae, so you can visualize exactly what you are doing to your spine. The link to download that is in the description below. And if you are interested in how Cayce believed we could further detoxify the brain during sleep, using specific incline techniques and pre-sleep suggestions, make sure you are subscribed for the next video. We are going to explore the nighttime scrub for the mind. Until then, keep your head high, your neck free, and your vision clear.